could bend somewhat, but
not what you're talking.
they were straight line stuff.
That's a lot of
Yeah, the bigger waveguides we got into. I've got a patent on 16-inch half-wave, the major diameter of elliptical waveguide on television towers. So that was and I got some in my backyard.
Cool.
Yes.
Did you save a lot of stuff in your house of your projects over the years?
Oh yes, my yard is cluttered with remnants.
So what was
We should call it a museum. Like if we can come over and organize it,
Well,
put like plaques on it.
I was entranced with Hewlett Packard stuff, so I got all that too in the old days.
what was the closest
because they're at the museum
to the tower?
Did it really?
with the California fires.
Yeah.
Hewlett Packard.
You did go on.
Yes.
Maybe this
You
is
can
a
climb
different thing.
probably
In the
400
California
feet
fires, Hewlett
and
Packard's
before you got tired.
collection
and then
of their
the rest
history
of
went
it.
down.
Well, I think was it David Packard's or was it Hewlett Packard corporate?
Yeah, that's
I
right.
never
I
went
heard
up on a
that.
tower.
Yeah, I don't remember that
I mean,
detail.
it's a disaster. It was like a month or two ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a disaster. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a human disaster, but then there was the
Right. No, that's kind of what I mean. It's a building, yeah, but it's also.
And I would watch the guy climb.
You just needed to, why wouldn't they allow it?
Yes. No.
His
You didn't, yeah. You just put a belt on and go up.
I would have gone up. I had to,
Come there when nobody's there.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
I don't know, eventually I did want to have kids, so,
yeah, well, that was another thing.
That was only a minor detail.
I don't.
You could, on the
memories.
tall towers, you could
Okay.
go up without things getting interesting, such as the hair standing up in your ears buzzing or something like that. But you know when it's there, because it covers your whole body. It's not a good idea.
That's what she thinks.
But I set things up on roofs for sure, just for not, like for testing purposes. They would let me do that. Not a tower.
We supply Motorola a lot.
For 14 grand.
Now, it's not because I'm a woman, they would let the guys go up either.
Tripod,
No engineers on the
big
towers.
chips. Turn them on, forget about
I
them.
was in on a deal when they first started cellular
Oh,
radios.
because they're the asking.
With folks from Motorola, they had a thing called a canoe antenna on the transmitting antenna. And that was, I don't know, I don't like to use a telephone, but the actual building of the gear is exciting. Now I'm working in my backyard. I have a halfway done radio telescope. And I wanted to find out from this fellow around the background noise of, what sensitivity levels are, and that's where I have to have my amplifiers. I have 3 amplifiers in a row, and it's about 150 dB down that it'll amplify, so that's pretty good stuff. And non-cryogenic stuff.
Okay.
That's the modern.
What bands are you looking at? What frequency bands are you?
1.4 gigs.
Okay.
Hydrogen stuff.
What drove that selection?
What's my?
What's the drive? Why that particular?
The hydrogen radiation. That's
Okay.
really the most dominant galactic stuff.
So you're looking for specific entities and suns, whatever.
Oh no, we just said it's established that frequency, and you want to actually see the deviation in frequency
Okay.
from that in the redshift, and allow you can make some assumptions about what you're looking at.
Okay. So we're going to be seeing something named after you soon? No?
Only to where you can build, at least approach what people have done before with big money. And
Yeah.
Banu Malik. And since Kip wants history, I'm going to start from the beginning.
And God created life.
She said.
I graduated from UC Berkeley and then joined Bell Labs, and I was there for 1 year, then went back to Iran, where I was with the faculty of Shiraz Pahlavi University. Omar has been there. Yeah.
What year is that?
I was gonna.
Yeah, no, it's got to come out. This is history. I'm getting my hand in the picture here. Come on.
1971.
Okay.
I tell some of my students that I got my PhD before you were born. So anyway, then I was there for about 8-9 years. I migrated to the U.S. in 1980, and
That was an opportunity, a good time to come here.
yeah. And was at the University of New Mexico for 1 year, went back to Bell Labs, and then from Bell Labs I retired in 2001 with the enhanced retirement, early retirement.
You mean the
Anyway,
boot out the door like the rest of us got.
The golden boot.
yeah. And then I joined Stevens as a professor of computer science. So I was there until 2009. I retired from there 2009. So right now, in the meantime, I was involved in IEEE as well as in journal. I had founded a journal called Journal Network and Systems Management, which I was the editor-in-chief from 1992 to 2010. In 2010, I gave that up to someone else, and I took over another journal, Computers and Electrical Engineering, which is published by Elsevier. So that's my activity right now.
What's the name of the place? Say it again, please.
The journal,
Yeah, no, who's publishing?
Elsevier. Elsevier.
This is the top publisher.
Elsevier is the main publisher. They have about 200 journals.
Reed Elsevier was.
In Holland.
No, I wasn't questioning that. Just because I've never heard of it. I'm nobody.
No, anyway.
I'm really grateful. Philomena, I'm really glad you asked that question because somebody had to tell me that too.
I don't know.
No, but this is the thing. You don't know what you don't know.
Exactly.
And I'm really grateful you asked. Because,
Exactly.
sometimes you just go on not knowing because you just don't travel in that circle. Like you were saying before about mentoring, right? There's stuff that we learn just casually from each other. We don't even realize what it is. So it's good.
I've seen this.
So my technical activity is that I'm editor-in-chief, and also I'm involved with IEEE. I have been a member of IEEE since 1977. So I'm a life fellow. And what else did you want to know?
Are you running the Life Fellowship?
I'm the chair of the life member
So
activity.
do you reach out to people and convince them to do this? Or do you find people who
Well, we
dropped
have
out and bring them back again so that they
We
know?
have an email exploder that actually I was thinking I should have sent,
Yes, thank you.
but you may get a lot of
Let's do
people.
that. I'd love it. We were afraid because I put 200 on it. I don't know if you know this. We have this V-Tools thing. You set up a meeting, right? So I put 200, invited. Because I didn't want to go on. If I invited 10 and then an 11th person couldn't come and someone would get mad. So I put 200, not thinking 200 would come. But somebody thought maybe 200 would come and this would be a bad thing. And I'm like, really? 200 coming would be a bad thing? How's that a bad thing?
That would be a good thing.
Right, thank
So
you.
I'll announce the next one.
The biggest problem we should have is that 200 people should show up, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, okay.
I'll announce the next one.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so what else? About patents. I have a few patents. I think 2 or 3 or some patents. I can't tell you what they are about. I don't remember.
Secret.
Honestly, I was in network operations and management and multimedia and all those things. So I have several patents on this.
Cool.
I
Tell us
don't know
about
the exact.
multimedia. Tell us about the multimedia one. Because I know you know that when you start. I can
Don't put me on this.
tell. Oh, sorry.
No, I really don't remember what the heck the detail of it was, because that was like 15 years, 15, 20 years
We'll
ago.
look it up for you. We'll remind you next
Then
time.
probably was at, you were at Bell Labs, right?
No, I was outside counsel.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Because at Bell Labs we had a whole department.
Yeah.
Oh,
A
yeah.
lot of attorneys.
Yeah, Harvey Freeman, a bunch of...
And a whole division of attorneys.
Harvey,
Yeah.
Harvey was at RCA. I'm sorry, I worked with Harvey.
Oh, you did.
So anyway, I'm satisfied with my career and whatever, and I'm happy.
I'm happy too. I'm happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you noodled around a little bit. Have you decided what you want to do when you grow up?
Yeah.
No, but like really for the senior people who are life members, right? It would be really nice to reach out because we found that some of the folks who came to the last meeting had let their membership expire and they weren't aware that life members didn't have to pay membership fee.
That's right.
And so it would be really nice to reach out.
Not only that, but when you reach age 65, even if you're not a life member, your IEEE dues become 50%.
Okay.
50%, yeah. And another
It's
thing.
also 50% if you're unemployed. That's
That never
Well, I don't. You're right. You're right.
unemployed?
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, it's also, if you're not working that year, it's
Yeah.
also 50%.
And if you're on Social Security disability, it's free.
Yeah.
Now, a related issue, I was a distinguished lecturer, IEEE distinguished lecturer from 1996 to about 2000, and I ran probably about on 10 tours around the world. Computer science and which mostly network management. Yeah, in South America, Europe, Far East, about 10 different trips.
How many languages do you speak?
I speak Persian and of course English. I understand German and French.
And C#.
I started with Fortran and then C, yeah.
These are my languages.
Right.
With or without what, Viv?
As a computer science person, one must. Can you tell us?
See, I didn't know you were a professor at Stevens.
Oh yeah. I was,
Do you
well,
know?
Yes, he does.
Before Victor Lawrence was.
Victor.
Lawrence,
That's
no,
very
Victor was my executive director. Was the executive?
Yeah.
Executive director of my,
On our
where
job.
I was at the labs.
Yeah.
So I think my daughter's boyfriend will be into Stevens.
Yeah, and one more thing at Stevens you mentioned. I started a program in cybersecurity, a certificate in cybersecurity, and also applied to NSA for recognizing Stevens as a center of academic excellence in, they call it information assurance, security.
Right.
And so the first year I was there, 2001, we weren't accepted. Next year we were accepted, and I was the lead because you have to go to different departments and say what courses and research and library and the whole thing. You got about 12 different. So NSA recognized Stevens at the time. It was one of 70 institutions in the U.S. that was recognized as such. We got a plaque which is in the president's office right now. Anyway,
What a nice achievement.
I think she
Thank you
wants
for
to
doing that.
pick the plates.
We've got some food to hand out.
Oh, food.
So we'll do that.
You want me to?
Yeah. That's all right
Certainly.
with you.
First of all, I'm so happy to be in your presence. Really, I think this is a very impressive group. So thank you for the invitation, first of all. And I just a brief technical, so you don't have to introduce me. So this will work as an introduction. Is that I did my undergraduate work at Oregon State University. I don't know if you guys know where that is. In the boonies back there. In in the hippie country. And then I moved to Illinois to do my graduate work, Urbana-Champaign. And I
That's
remember
also
in the boonies, but it's much. I remember the the mailman. Oregon is a very friendly country. He said, I told him I was excited. I said, I'm going to Illinois. He said, are you sure? I remember that so vividly.
Especially in Champaign-Urbana, because if you spell the name incorrectly, if the person who's sending you a letter spells the name of anything incorrectly, the letter carrier will not deliver the mail. They'll come and yell at you because your friend is too stupid to address the envelope correctly. Am I right?
Sisters will be here shortly,
One
okay?
of the
Just a
jokes.
little bit out.
It's true, right?
It is, but I did my graduate work, and then I happened to finish my graduate work at the time where there was a depression, but they did not call it depression, 1990. There were no jobs around, so I panded myself, doing all kind of things, and I started, believe it or not, I had a postdoc for 2 years with my former supervisor and someone else. I was really privileged at Illinois because this is talk about my career. I was privileged to work with the leading people in this field. Paul Mays passed away, Y.T. Lowe, Raj Mitra, S.W. Lee. It was a great privilege. And Georgie Deschamps, the one who invented the microstrip antenna, which was historically interesting. It was classified till the 50s, and even Georgie Deschamps did not know how it works. I'm going to talk about that today. I don't know if I'm the only one or the first one who realized how it works. Anyways, we'll see. You guys will tell.
Well, people
there are enough.
very well. So.
There are enough brains here to keep me at bay, right? And then I worked. Then I started a carpet business because I could not find a job.
Persian carpet.
Yes, believe it or not,
Fantastic.
I started that, and out of 4 carpets, I built a really, really big business. Then a job came at digital equipment. Some of you know
Nice.
Yeah.
DEC.
Yep.
Deck.
Yeah, the young people don't know DEC. So I moved grudgingly to Boston, Massachusetts. I worked in Maynard, the old mill, the historic building, for 7 years, but I didn't want to stay in that job. So I was not a typical engineer. I love ideas. I love ideas. I'm not against engineering, classical engineering, but I was not good at it. My heart was somewhere else. So I jumped ship to the University of Maryland in 2000. And I joined the mechanical engineering department, don't ask me why. And then...
Somebody said, hi, how are you? And he said, I'm fine, I'm here.
You know, so it was very, very difficult part of my career because I accomplished a lot, I have to say, with utmost humility, but the environment was incredibly vicious. You have to get money. If you are a dancer in a bar, it doesn't matter as long as you bring money. And then I was tenured, I got tenure at the University of Maryland, but I decided to leave the US. So I moved to the University of Waterloo. I worked. What's important to us is that I started my career, electromagnetics career, working on computational electromagnetics. In fact, one of my codes was, my own code was sold to one company. Another code was sold to ANSYS, which actually they just dissolved it because they went somewhere else. And I worked in the finite difference time domain. My PhD was in the finite element. Then I went to the finite difference time domain. I did practically all computational methods that are available. I worked on them. But then I moved to EMC in 2000. I was new to it. I started doing EMC work in the industry because I worked with Bruce Archambault, maybe some of you know him, Bruce Archambault and Colin Wrench. And we co-authored the book, Electromagnetic Computational.
Did you bring it with you today?
I didn't because
no.
I think it's not that useful.
You guys should be eating while you're
Please.
yeah.
Please enjoy while I talk.
I'm sorry about this. It was a very bad.
But then I moved to different areas. From EMC, I did a lot of work in EMC. And I actually got my IEEE Fellow Award because of my work in EMC, not because of my other work in the previous life.
It was because of the dancing in the bar, right?
Because of the dancing.
I was going to ask you about that, but we'll find out about it later when the camera's off.
So and then I'm really interested right now in energy harvesting a lot. I do a lot of energy harvesting, electromagnetic energy harvesting, and I do a lot of biomedical work, both divided into detection part and imaging part. And I dabble with electromagnetic computational methods.
Do you follow Penny Currit and all of this stuff?
Remind me, I mean,
Dartmouth.
Dartmouth?
no. It's very close to my heart to talk about biomedical work.
Okay, does anybody need anything?
I have a spoon.
But I found out that there's a lot to be done in both energy harvesting and biomedical work. And when I used to do electromagnetic compatibility and electromagnetic interference, I hated it, to be frank with you. But then I found out that it grounded me in physics. That's why the connection that I developed, once I made that connection, I found out that working with physics while I'm an engineer is much more rewarding.